exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
General, to invest in taxation. When people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo, clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned, or what we have stopped, is the use of container leaders. Now, Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda. Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Good morning, Uganda. Welcome back from that conversation with Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono. On the Real, it's time for JMU Tourism Express. And this morning, we are looking at the impact of the Luja Cultural Walk 2026. But of course, to understand the detail of it and the preamble and its background, I do have the author of it in studio with me. But be part of the conversation and ask that question or share an opinion as to what you want to know as we all learn and relearn. My name is Julie F. Nantaba, 0709602592. Share your WhatsApp message and engage in the conversation. Ivan Luja is my guest this morning, and he is the projects coordinator, Miss Tourism Uganda. A very good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure having you this morning.
Thank you.
So let's start with the preamble.
Thank you for having me.
Indeed, always a pleasure. Let's start with the preamble and background. What is the Luja Cultural Walk?
The culture walk is something where we're trying to promote culture as a tourism, something where people can come and see what we are about us, to tell them what we are. You know, we've been convinced that our culture is not something.
Right.
Yeah, we used to be ashamed of it, we weren't proud of it, and it is something really good. For example, the Kingdom of Uganda has been here for over 800 years. But then our story starts in 18-something, when Sekabaka Suna was king, Kabaka. So now we're trying to promote it, so that instead of just animals, we diversify. And we start going to the culture, and in most cases I urge guides to include the cultural sites on their itineraries instead of just going to the national parks. So that's why we're doing all this. And it's something I've been doing. I did culture last year. I walked to Tanda. You know, we used to study about Tanda in P3, Walumbe, Tanda, all those things. So I wanted to see. In most cases, the places I walked to, I've never gone to. So I'd be touring while walking. I had been passing.
And is that Mitiana Road?
Yes, Mitiana Road.
Yeah.
My village is in Bukuya, Navutiti. But I've been passing for years. I had never taken time to branch off and go there. So I was like, you know what? To promote culture, let me go there. I walked there with a Gen Z friend of mine, Harold, and we went and saw the place. It's a good experience, and I was telling people, please stop by. If you're going to Queen Elizabeth, pass by. Yeah, let these people spend some money there. Let's make some money and let people get to know our culture. Yes.
And as you do these walks, you're actually walking from a particular place to a particular place?
Yes.
For example, the one of 2026 that you're having.
Yes.
From where are you walking up to where?
We're starting at Kasubi Tombs. Kasubi Tombs, and then we go to Wamala Tombs. Wamala Tombs are Sekabaka Suna is the father of Mutesa I, who is buried at Kasubi, who is lying at Kasubi, resting at Kasubi, because I think we don't bury the Kabaka. So from there, we continue to Chebando. Chebando is also another tomb for Sekabaka Chabagu. And then we shall go to Katereke. Katereke is a royal prison. It was dug by Sekabaka Kalemba during those religious wars. He's a brother to Sekabaka Mwanga. And then we continue to Nagalabi. From Nagalabi, we go to Kato Mayanja source. You know, River Mayanja is a twin river that was born by a woman. So then we shall go there, it's in Seguku. Yes. And
when you're choosing these points for walking from and walking to, what do you base on? How do you choose the points?
It's the story. It's the story. Now that we want to promote our history, the cultural history, I was thinking about Kasubi. Everyone knows Kasubi.
All right.
A lot of people know Kasubi, but they've never gone there. So let's start from there. Then we go to where we started from before we came to Kasubi. Mutesa I was born at Wamala. It's nearby here, near Nansana. Then after that...
Well, that's why it's called Wamala.
The hill is called Wamala.
Because I know the area,
yes.
Wamala, but I just didn't know why it was called Wamala.
The hill is called Wamala. Wamala where that palace is. You know, they used to be buried in their palaces. It's these last four kings, Kabakas, who are not buried in their palaces, apart from Mutesa I. The rest were buried there, and I think it's going to continue like that. So now, the one of Chebando, I'm from the Ndiga clan. I'm there researching, reading about these stories. Then I discover one day during COVID, we had gone to Kabulengwa Hill. It's also near, with a friend of mine called Richard Yiga. So we're like, you know what? Why don't we go by? Why don't we? As we were walking, we find it. We didn't know anything about it. So we enter. I get there. My friend Yiga is from the Ngabi clan. For him, he went through all the things he's supposed to do when you visit. Me, I was given special status. So I'm asking, but why? They're like, Goli Kodja. And I'm like, Kodja? Yes, the mother, the Masole, the mother of this Sekabaka, was from the Ndiga clan. So then I research. Then I find out that actually she was a mother of 3 Kabakas. They were just following themselves. Mwanga 1, Namugala, and Chabago. So that one of Chebando, I included this just because of pride of my clan, that we had a person from our clan, a mother from our clan, who had 3 kings, 3 Kabakas as her sons, which is something special.
Right.
Not many doing that. Then, of course, Nagalabi is still, when I'm researching, it's the two. The coronation started with Kabaka Namugala, Sekabaka Namugala. The coronation site, that one. Because they used to do it at Bukerekere, somewhere along Hoima Road. That's where they used to do it. Then these Kabakas shifted and they started doing the coronation from Nagalabi.
Interesting.
Yes.
When you're walking, who do you walk with?
Those who want to come and join.
When
I started walking,
okay.
I started with Sezibwa Falls. It was in 2014. So I tried to get people to come and walk with me, but I guess people weren't ready for that long distance, something like 50 kilometers. So I go to the museum. I was supposed to start from the museum, and I get there. We were supposed to set off at 7:30, 8. No one had come up. Even their phones were off. I'm like, you know what? Let me be a lone ranger. Let me go. And I walked there. I had never gone to Sezibwa, but I had been seeing it on Facebook. Beautiful place. Like, you know what? Let me walk there. And as I'm walking, I'm promoting. I'm promoting the place. So we get to Sezibwa. Then after that, I did the equator. I walked to the equator. After that, I walked to Jinja. Then I did a faith walk. Faith walk started from where the Maperas landed on the mainland from Sese. That is Chigungu, behind the airport. Then I came following the Matters Trail, starting from Monyonyo all the way to the Anglican site for the Matters. It was 84 kilometers. Yes, I went through Natete, the Mapera train in Chitebi, all that like that. But in most cases I was walking alone. But when I was doing the faith walk, a Cameroonian friend of mine joined me. So he walked with me from Chibuye all the way to Namirembe. No, Old Kampala at Maitia Murumba. Then after that he left me alone. Then I continued all the way to Namugongo.
Right.
Yes.
What impact have you garnered over you started in 2014?
Yes.
It makes it about 12 years.
Yes.
Of you walking. What impact have you had?
The impact, I've managed to show people. When I walked Sezibwa, not many people knew about Sezibwa. Not many people.
You document this walk?
Yeah, I put them on Facebook. If you went and checked, you will see. I was putting them on Facebook at that time. So even the Matters walk, people used to start from Munyonyo. Very few people knew that about the Chigungu. The Chigungu what? The Chigungu landing site. They didn't know about that. In the faith, you know, people travel to Kibeho, people travel what? But here we also have these holy sites that we can actually go to. So people got to know all these things. People were following me on Facebook because I was posting and doing that. And actually even organized, for Sezibwa, I organized an event and what should I call it? Yes, an event. And also a trip.
Right.
So I had all these corporate people, friends on Facebook, who came and joined me.
Right. You are watching UBC TV, and we are looking at the impact of the Luja Cultural Walk. And this time around, the Cultural Walk 2026, he's been walking since 2014. Walks to different cultural sites, from different cultural sites to another different cultural site or other different cultural sites, and in there including faith walks at that, but all in all promoting the culture of Uganda, away from the animals, away from the lodges, away from the green. What cultures do we have as Ugandans? It's something that he is trying to promote. Be part of the conversation. 0709-602-592. My guest is Ivan Luja. He is the project coordinator, Miss Tourism Uganda. And speaking of which, while you spearhead all these projects, for example, Miss Tourism, but also the Cultural Walk, what is the mandate of your projects department in promoting the heritage preservation at that?
At Miss Tourism Uganda, last year it was I am my culture. So we wanted the Gen Zs to understand their culture. So they came in, they competed. Some of them learned about different cultures. You would find the Karamajong explaining about the Banyankole, and then you find another one presenting about the Samia, another one presenting about the Acholis. So they got to learn what everything. Now this year is AI. AI, culture and tourism. We're going to be showcasing the culture of Uganda. We're showcasing the culture of Uganda.
Right.
through AI.
Right.
Then, and through that, we're promoting tourism. So people will be coming here. When you show them what we have here, they come, they visit, they make money. We make money.
Right.
Yes.
What economic opportunities lie within, especially the walks? When I mean, a solo walk alone, but looking at the walks, even if it's solo, even if you have people with you, what economic opportunities lie in there?
People get to know these places, and the people who at this Masiro, the people at these culture sites earn money when people get to know. When people put them on the itineraries and they go there. That's the most important thing. Why I even urge guides or travel tour operators to put these sites on the itineraries. They get to earn money. And also, they get to organize trips. Now, you know, we have man of tourism too. I've told one of the men of tourism that after this, he should organize a trip because not everyone can walk. Actually, people contacting me, but every time I was telling them it's around 55 to 60 kilometers, they would pull out. So I told him that now I need you to organize a trip and then showcase these places. When we're done walking, after, organize a trip, those who are interested so that they can see and get to these sites and go and enjoy and learn something about the culture. And maybe they become tour guides in future and they'll be making money also.
Right. What's your long-term vision for this project?
The long-term vision is just to keep on promoting, and we promote and promote and showcase Uganda, showcase our culture and people, so that people can be proud of what they are. And it's not just about here in Buganda. I'm a Muganda, so it's easier for me to promote the Buganda cultural heritage. But even you somewhere who's somewhere in Acholi, in Lango, in West Nile, in Bunyoro, come out and show us. Wherever you are, come out and show us. Someone was on X also complaining, but every time it's Buganda, every time it's Buganda. Now, if you feel like every time it's Buganda,
what are you doing?
What are you doing to showcase what you have? Showcase, tell us something about that, so that we can come. Because I've been to Karamoja. I even have a name, Lokiru. But I went to Nakaperimoru, and it was electric. I just enjoyed the culture. And being that I'm also Karmajong, it was fun. They get to eat what they eat during famine, or the milk. I was in Amud at one time and we drank some black milk. Not many people know that they preserve milk for famine. During the dry season, and it becomes, they use some ash, it's black milk. Not many people have ever seen black milk. So when you get there, they show you what they are. Now they have their Karamoja festival. Yes. Why don't we should be having all this so that we get to learn something about ourselves as you.
Indeed, and what springs out of mind is I've hosted quite a number of people who are all about the cultures of their regions, and it would be nice for all of you to team up and just walk the different regions in there. But when is the walk?
The walk is on 24th.
Which is tomorrow. Right. And how can one be part of you? How can one join you?
They can come and join us. They can come and join us. We're starting off at 5. 5 in the morning.
AM?
Yes.
Okay.
5 in the morning, we shall be setting off. And many people are worried that it's too early. Yeah, you can join us later when we're in Wamala, at Wamala Palace. You can Masiroge Wamala. You can find us there, or you can find us at Chevando. If you want to walk, you don't have to walk the whole thing. You can just come and join us for a short while and go. Or you can come for the trip that we're going to organize, and then you get to see all this.
Lovely.
Yes.
That is the heart of one who is for Uganda. Thank you so much for watching the show. Ivan Luja, Projects Coordinator, Miss Tourism Uganda, has been speaking with us on the impact of the Luja Cultural Walk 2026. I will just share a bit of something that in case you have the time, you could pass by. My village, my ancestral village, where my dad comes from, is called Kababi. Yeah. Now, for the longest time, I wondered why it's called Kababi. It just never made sense. It's until my adult age, about last year or the year before, that my father told me why it's called Kababi. Before, it used to be called Jimbi as a village.
Yes.
But because there was a thing about it, I think it must have been Kabaka Chimera, who was taken to Bunyoro, abducted, must have been abducted to Bunyoro, and then people from that village, Jimbi, brought that Kabaka back skillfully to Buganda. So, of course, the kingdom, that was the prince. The prince had been stolen from Buganda to Bunyoro. And there, of course, when he was brought back to Buganda skillfully, the kingdom was happy, the Kabaka was happy, and he said, Akala ko babbi balungi, babbira Kabaka Buganda.
They stole
the babbira Buganda, rather, babbira Buganda Kabaka wabwe. Nebamuzza. So since then, that village is called Kababbi.
And this name
Akalo Kababbi Abalungi. So if you ever have the time, you could, it's on Hoima Road.
Hoima Road also?
Yes.
Okay, Hoima Road. Generally, the Count of Busiro is very interesting.
Indeed.
Because there is a lot of history in Busiro.
Cultural heritage.
Yes, a lot.
It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Ivan. Thank you for your time, and wishing you a great walk that starts tomorrow from the Kasubit home.
Yeah, come and join us. It's easy.
Indeed. 5 a.m. is the time, but you can get, what number should they call in case they need to get in touch with you?
0701 360 234.
Right. You can reiterate it, 0701
360 234.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. Do join in and adventure in one way or the other. Brings us to the end of this conversation. Robert is coming up with GMU Business. Good morning.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product.
Good morning, and thank you for keeping it with us. Welcome back from Tourism Express. Now it's time to discuss and look at some of the stories in business. Actually, it's time for business news. Now, in Uganda's West Nile region, efforts to combat youth unemployment and regain sanity among the youth are ongoing, gaining momentum through skills development and education. For the past 5 years, the Magufune Foundation in Arua district has been empowering vulnerable young people, particularly girls, by providing vocational training in tailoring and garment cutting. The organization has also expanded its programs to include free driving courses and scholarships for academically gifted but financially disadvantaged youth. Our reporter Dennis Sigoa visited the foundation to examine these initiatives, how they are transforming lives and creating opportunities for a brighter future.
In the heart of Uganda's West Nile sub-region, where hope rises with the sun and dreams are born every day, many families still wake up to uncertainty. For thousands of young people, the future remains clouded by unemployment, limited access to skills training, and few opportunities to earn a decent living. Across communities stretching to the borders of the Democratic Republic of Congo and South Sudan, poverty continues to affect lives and limit potential.
But we could say 42% of our youth are unemployed. And we could also say that the other youth that are employed informally still have challenges because of the unregulated informal sector that we have. So
these are not just statistics, they're real-life stories of young men searching for work, children struggling to stay in school, and families striving to break free from the vicious cycle of poverty. Without strategic intervention and coordinated, multi-sectoral approach, these challenges can persist for generations. But where challenges exist, there is also an opportunity for change. It is this belief that inspired the creation of the Mungufeni Foundation in Arua City, established to address some of the region's most pressing social and economic challenges.
The challenge I see in West Nile, first is the mindset change, that people should not just depend alone on the word NGO or external support or donors, or not even just from the government. That if someone is an orphan or if someone is unprivileged, he or she can get help locally.
The foundation is committed to creating sustainable solutions that empower individuals and strengthen communities. Rather than offering temporary relief, Mungufeni Foundation focuses on practical interventions that create lasting impact.
So here in Arua, we are doing a lot with the needy. Right now behind me, as you can see, is the tailoring and garment cutting project. This is the fourth cohort, because the fourth cohort, we began this last year, 2025, where we had 3 cohorts. And for 2026, this is the first. So in total, we have 4 cohorts now. This is the 4th cohort ongoing. And besides this, we also have the Weaving Hope project, where we are teaching, where we are skilling people, the vulnerables of this same caliber, with crochets, making sweaters, making bags, weaving hope, basically things to do with weaving, and that is in Arua district within West Nile also.
Tailoring and garment cutting means making of garments or cutting of garments in order to make a ready garment to be put on. So we are skilling both girls and boys here, and when you look at the training, it's really moving on well. They are doing well. They are picking up.
Wow. Mungufeni Foundation has really done.
Surprising also called Mungufeni.
Yeah. The organization, the foundation has really done so much unto us. You can see right now, at least I'm trying to wear my own clothes that I made.
For me, I stopped in all levels because of school fees. I had nothing to do. So after having this information of Mungufeni Foundation tailoring and garment cutting, I have to join it so that after learning, I have to do something to help myself and my family.
And now, a new chapter begins. The Mungufeni Driving School has been established to equip young people and adults alike with practical skills that can lead directly to employment and self-reliance. By providing professional driver training, the school is creating pathways to economic empowerment while responding to the growing demand for skilled drivers in the region and beyond. It is an investment in people, productivity, and progress.
We want to have more drivers who are disciplined, that if there's any job that is to be gotten in the district, local government, or in the central, within West Nile, even among the NGOs, you know West Nile has refugee camp. I want to assure you, 70% of the drivers are not from locals, from there. So this was a need we needed to address. That's why we could not hold back. We had to come among ourselves. To surprise you, there is no day we've received an external support apart from the knitting Weaving Hope project that was supported half by NGO Board Forum, and because they found out that we are really doing the right thing. And now this is also what we are looking at. We came up with this. We are hoping to minimally pass out 500 drivers. Yes.
Complete plus driving license.
Yes. Yeah. And we believe with God, as the motto of the foundation is Movement Foundation. The motto is, with God all things are possible.
West Nile being second after Karamoja in terms of poverty index, and aware that 70% of the population of this country is young people between the age of 18 to 35. It really matters that all of us hold our hands together to support Movement Foundation in a way we can.
Real change happens when communities come together. When a child receives an education, a family gains hope. When a rider receives safety training, a life may be saved. When a young person gains a skill, an entire future can be transformed.
As we continue with this project, we are going to embrace the way of doing realization. But of course, this time, the donor funding, that space has really shrunk. So which calls for us, me and you in the community where we come from, to make sure that, because now the donors are amongst us, I mean this us, in these homes, my friend, your friend, we are all donors. So what we are trying to embrace is that there has to be the issue of sustainability taken seriously.
The message that I can share is that still the same. Please come and hold our hands, and we can do a lot with the little that you can support us with.
Dennis Igor for UBC.
Thank you, Dennis Sigowa, for that story in the West Nile, empowering young people in terms of jobs. The Magufuli Foundation. Now moving on, 7 member states of the Central Corridor have reviewed progress, provided the strategic direction, and strengthened regional cooperation in transport, trade facilitation, and infrastructure development. This was at the Central Corridor Transport Facilitation Agency's 15th Ordinary Meeting of the Interstate Council of Ministers in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Let's take a look at this.
The Central Corridor member states have endorsed the construction of the corridor's permanent home in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania's commercial capital. This was during the Central Corridor Transport Facilitation Agency's 15th Ordinary Meeting of the Interstate Council of Ministers. The financing agreement for the state-of-the-art headquarters was signed by the Managing Director of Azania Bank, whereas the Director General of the National Housing Corporation signed on behalf of the project developer.
As a Tanzanian bank with a strong commitment to support national and regional development, we are proud to contribute to the initiatives that enhance connectivity, trade facilitation, and economic prosperity.
For over 6 decades, our National Housing Corporation has played a key role in delivering residential, commercial, and institutional developments across the country, supporting national development through quality buildings.
According to the CCTTFA Secretariat, the construction of Ushoroba House is expected to take approximately 28 months from the groundbreaking date.
So this means we expected to get this building fully constructed in October 2028, if everything goes well. It's very important that after the completion of the project, all meetings of Central Corridor organs will be held within our premises. So it reflects our ambition as a nation, as an organization. It reflects how big we are and how big we intend to be in the future.
Another key highlight of the meeting was the handover of the Interstate Council of Ministers chairmanship from the Republic of Malawi to the Republic of Rwanda for a one-year term.
Take heart. Count on us as your brothers and sisters. We will give you every support that you require. That have also been given during my tenure of office. I'm told this is the symbol of power, which I'll be handed over to my colleague. I now do the last symbolic hammer.
Let us continue to work together in the spirit of partnership, mutual trust, shared responsibility as we pursue our vision of an efficient, integrated, and competitive Central Corridor. I thank you all.
The Dar es Salaam meeting sets the agenda for the 2026-2027 financial year. Dennis Igor for UBC.
Well, thank you so much, Dennis Sigoa, for those business stories. Now we'll go for a break, but when we return, Julie will be next with issues regarding LC1 elections, but also later on an update from Karangara, where there is going to be a by-election for the District Woman Member of Parliament tomorrow. Now, we'll have all this you can't afford to miss. We go for this break.
Of the day on UBC. Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000, or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily, or use the MyMTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
A very good morning to you. Welcome back from the business desk. It's time for the agenda. My name is Julie F. Nantaba, and this morning we are looking at everything elections, starting off with the LC1 elections and looking at the relevance of local council elections altogether. To have this conversation with us is Milton Kambura, who is a Global Peace Ambassador, and we're having this conversation over the phone. Be part of it. 0709-602-592 by sending a WhatsApp message to share your opinion. Ask that question as we all look at each other's vantage points and indeed be part of it. You are very welcome. It is Good Morning Uganda. Now, Mr. Kambura, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. You can hear me well?
Very well indeed, loud and clear.
Thank you.
All right, it's a pleasure having you this morning.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity to continue serving the people of Uganda. I can see I am enjoying your smiles and for your hard work. Thank you.
All right. Now we are looking at the relevance of local council elections in Uganda. Not only LC1s for whom we are voting, but we are looking at generally the local council governance here in Uganda. Now in Uganda we are voting for our LC1s on the 28th of July, and about 71,214 villagers across the country are expected to vote. If you are interested in being a candidate for your local council chairmanship, do register on, make sure that you go register on the 6th and 10th of July, which is just a few days away, so that on the 28th you do have someone standing behind you to vote for you. Now, Mr. Kambura, what does this mean, do you think, for Uganda?
First and foremost, Article 180 of our Constitution established local government councils, and Article 181 operationalizes this mandate under the Local Government Act. Now, I want to say Mr. President did good with NRM when they came to power. They actually appreciated the framework of decentralization, where power is shared with the local people. And as you know, many African governments have not achieved this. It is the Uganda that we are celebrating today, taking back power to the people to lead themselves. Because at the central government, President Museveni knew that the services would actually delay. So you allow local people to lead themselves in villages. So the president is sharing his power from State House with the local council, so that they can lead themselves, so that they can lobby for government of projects, so that they can keep peace and law and security in their villages. So these elections are very, very, very important, more than even elections of MPs and even the rest of other leaders, because this is the cell upon which the government depends to actually deliver public services. So I must tell you, my sister, that the Constitution is giving the local people to vote their own village people who can be able to see their families, monitor the divorce rate, monitor children whether they are going to school, whether hospitals have medicine, whether roads are being constructed, whether peace and security is strong in the villages. So basically there is nothing much the president is doing at the State House. The real whole government really sits on what the LC1 is doing. He's the one who knows who is a Ugandan, who is the fake Ugandan, a lazy Ugandan, a hardworking Ugandan, who is a rebel, who is not a rebel, who is a fake religious leader, who is a good clan leader, and the rest. So I want to tell Ugandans, please go and vote, because you're going to vote the real village president who's going to help you get Ndangamuntu, who's going to help you get a recommendation for getting a passport, who's going to help you to visit your home, whether you have a toilet or not, whether you are keeping basic health care, whether you have food. So basically, for government to know that you exist in Uganda, the LC1 is the angel Gabriel. So if you don't go and vote, Uganda doesn't know you and don't allow bribes, because LC1 is the real government that you want in your village. And if anything or any problem, it is the LC1 that helps you. If you want to sell your land, a plot of land, it's not going to actually tell the buyers that the real owner of the land is this one. This one is the second owner. So the LC1 is very important. And I encourage people to go and vote.
All right, Mr. Kambura, there you actually paint the picture of the LC1 as a very, very formidable seat and a position to serve in. I love the fact that you are using the idea of the LC1 being the president of the village, and it is essentially representing the president of Uganda, but at the village level. But do you think the criteria that informs the people we elect, or those who contest to be candidates, do you think it actually represents the the stone weight presence of position that you paint this position as? For example, if you look at what qualifications are needed, it doesn't need academic qualifications whatsoever. It only needs for you to be a resident of that village. It only needs for you to be 18 years and above. And many a times we've seen examples in many villages where the LC1 cannot read and write, where the LC1, as Robert earlier shared, is a drunkard, you know, is someone who does not have a presentable stature for a leader in the community. Do you think that these criteria or qualifications needed for one to contest as LC1 actually represent the weight you say it carries?
I think this now is where you have to know whether Parliament of Uganda is working or sleeping. In my view, as a scholar in science, in leadership and governance, I've just finished my master's degree at Makerere University, and now doing a PhD in civilizational leadership across the 100 countries around the globe. I really think that as per the president's vision, and Uganda has accepted his path of building Uganda to have a $500 billion economy by 2040, and starting a tenfold economic growth right now, we need leadership, improved leadership from the village level. And to me, because of the improved role of the LC1 within the amended Local Government Act, because it is providing leadership, is providing financial management, is also helping government to raise the taxes from the villages, is doing the role of administrative roles in the villages, is monitoring government programs, is a lot of work. This would require a minimum of the diploma, not in just stupid useless courses, but in relevant courses like leadership, diploma in leadership and governance. They should go to Makerere and they get this qualification for free. Government should pay for them. They can get diploma in community organization, SWASTA, SWASTA is called science in social work and social administration. Minimum. They can even get a course from Uganda Management Institute, that is a government institute. They should organize for us a leadership diploma course for all local council all of them. Even the LC5 should have minimum of master's degree with relevant course, even financial management, political science, and the rest, environment, and the ICT, humanity, so that Uganda, because the Bible says that the blind cannot lead the fellow blind people. And so Museveni has said this Tisanja is Tisanja Akuna feeding.
But also, Mr. Kambura, allow me interject kindly, interject and use this as a double-edged sword in the name of inclusivity. At the same time, at the village grassroots politics, we've seen many capable, able leaders or promising leaders have not gone to school. Maybe they speak a bit of English here and there, but they have willing hearts, they have presentable statures, and you can tell that they are promising in line with servant leadership in case they are given an opportunity. So therein I ask, do you think that there should be something done by, indeed as you've said, the members of parliament in passing some of these laws or looking into some of these matters to look at what needs to be done for who should contest, whilst visiting the age of inclusivity, but at the same time ensuring capability and ability as well as presentability to represent the seat of LC1 chairperson as the president of the village? What do you think of the double-edgedness of this sword?
My sister report from Minister of Education show that Ugandans are now educated. Actually, it is the educated that are lacking jobs. So we have to create spaces where we are not losing our most precious gold, our most precious opportunity. These people are young people with degrees and diplomas, and they are ready to work for their government. They are ready to transform villages. But you find somebody has been an LC1 for 40 years, he has never even attained P1, yet he has the government stamp, he has the government-headed paper. What type of government is this? And so this requires cabinet to immediately actually have a resolution this coming Monday. That's what is next Monday. It should be very critical that LC1s must be people who are sober, not these drunkards who are actually failing to give the legs and the hands for Uganda to start walking and the mouth to speak. Things are starting at the village level. Yet we want to run as fast as possible to actually compete with Botswana, to compete with China, to compete with Germany, Russia, USA, and the only engine we have is the LC1, who should be able to educate these millions of Ugandans who are sleeping to actually go into agro-industry, go into preparing their land for modern farming, to organize their villages for industrialization, so that when you go to a supermarket, my sister, you have more than 80% of the things in supermarkets made in Uganda from Ugandan locally available material. We will not reach there. We will not raise the tax and build a local economy when we have sleeping, bad, and ignorant local council systems. Only that you have people, human beings, but all of them are completely dull. They cannot shift 45 million Ugandans from point X to Y. Education plays a big role. And
right.
Political ideology, yes, is good, but we need skills of modern times to push artificial intelligence, machine language, and robotics. And then an LC1 who has even no email, who cannot monitor government programs, who cannot even count 1 + 1. We will not allow that to happen. We want government to actually fix its own house first, because an MP of S6 will not actually understand what I'm talking. So MPs must equal have minimum qualification of degree in relevant course on leadership and policy, so
right.
that Uganda can shift.
Now, in the name of having competent LC1 chairpersons, let's look at the analogy of wanting to milk a cow and getting the best from it, yet not feeding it with the best grass there is. LC1s are paid 10,000 Ugandan shillings per month. In this day and age, can really 10,000 Uganda shillings or 120,000 Uganda shillings at the end of the day or at the end of the year really attract someone in the right stature to stand for the position of LC1? But even if they did, how best are they expected to carry out the commendable role of the LC1 chairperson and indeed in the stature and heavyweight of the president of the village at just 10,000 Uganda shillings?
My sister, you give what someone deserves. The Attorney General cannot allow you to give 10 million to someone who didn't go to school. So this is the point. Is that
I know, Mr. Kambura, when you say that you give you give what someone deserves. Does the LC1 in general deserve 10,000 Uganda shillings?
In principle, when he's not educated, zero level, cannot even write his name, he doesn't even deserve.
But he needs to be empowered, because if he's not, then it's the grass that suffers. If two elephants are fighting, it's the grass that suffers. That means it's the villagers, the grassroots dwellers who are going to suffer, right?
Yes, but then the people you are calling villagers, we no longer have villagers in the modern world. Right now the economy is from the villages. These are highly skilled people now. That's how we should view it. And now their value has risen up. And so if the people who are sleeping is the cabinet actually. We need the right leaders to be LC1 so that we pay them they capture half of the salary of a member of parliament. And the problem is, where will the money come from? We have just passed 53 billion shillings. This is cheap money. This is money for Martin of MK. You understand? So we want like $1 trillion shillings to be pumped and invested in the right leadership in the villages. But then this salary that we are proposing, possibly 5 million or 3 million to every local council, must bring results in the economy, must bring results in the peace and security and our defense. We must see the results of this good leadership in our agro-industrialization, in our tourism potential. So we need the salary. Not this 10,000 has never been called a salary. That is abuse. These are not slaves. Even slaves get better salary than this. Even our children that are in the Middle East get better money than this to get their house income. So we don't want the abuse of our local council system. We want them to be paid well. They are the ones actually controlling Uganda and giving us results. Yet our leaders are in state house, in parliament, they are enjoying ST, good salary, and if they have left their jobs, they are retired, they get actually like 60% of their salary. Yet with housemaids and security and cash. We need to reduce this kind of misuse and the high cost of politics on the economy of Uganda. We can take care of this guy. The LC1 must be thought about. Among last time we just grabbed a lot of money in her bedroom. All this money that the thieves are stealing, we must fight very hard and chase them from government.
All right.
Save money to clean our Uganda and facilitate the right leaders. Beautiful Ugandans are there to serve.
Indeed.
But the first principle, transform parliament, transform the qualification of the LC5 and the LC1.
Right.
We reduce on the RRTCs and we see things moving.
All right. Thank you very much, Milton Kambura. And in the context of villager, you and I are also villagers of where we dwell, all right? So villager is not a place of status. It's a place of dwelling because we all come from villages and in one way or the other that have LC1 chairpersons for whom we have to vote. I'd like to thank you for your time, Mr. Kambura. Milton? All right, all right. And allow me close this off with Phillips from Karamoja, who says, good morning, Julie and Milton. The LC1 model in the lower level government and leadership is critical, but the corruption scandals have eaten the integrity of the system. The locals in the village who don't have money have repeatedly abused and their property, like land, has been robbed from them because they are used to signing authentic documents of grabbing. My prayer is that after the election, training must be done and caution given to them. Also, LCs must have some level of education so that they are trained and able to write reports of cases very well. Thank you, Phillips from Karamoja. We've also been having this conversation with Milton Kambura, who is a global peace ambassador. Now, in just a bit, we'll be connecting to a bit of an update as to what is happening in Kalangala right now. So stay tuned and we'll be right back in just a bit. Good morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000. Or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General, to invest in taxation. When people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo, clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned, or what we have stopped, is the use of container leaders. Now, Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Booza Commissioner.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
The World Football Spectacle is here! From the vibrant cities of Canada, the passion of Mexico, and the grand stages of the United States, the FIFA World Cup 2026 is set to ignite the planet! Every goal, every save, every moment of glory, live and unforgettable on UBC TV and all its radio stations.
From the streets of Rio to the night and day.
Follow Africa's finest, football's biggest stars, and the battle for the most converted trophy in world football. Where legends rise, dreams come alive, and history is made. UBC is the home of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Stay tuned to UBC TV and all UBC's radio stations, bringing the world to Uganda, one match at a time.
Juko. Yo. Hawachikuwa.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Joko, I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better.
PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
A new dawn on Behind the Headlines with me, Timothy Nyangweso. Every Wednesday, live in our studios in the heart of Kampala, we have conversations that have analysis, explanation, but not every truth is fact, and not every fact is truth. Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.
All on your public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General, to invest in taxation. When people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo, clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned, or what we have stopped, is the use of container leaders. Now, Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Booza Commissioner.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
A very good morning to you. It is Good Morning Uganda, and it's a Tuesday. My name is Julie F. Nataba. It's the agenda, and we're looking at all matters elections. Just had a bit of a meal, or a snack, I should say, on the relevance of LC1 elections that will be held on the 28th of July. And in case you are interested to be the LC1 chairperson of your area, make sure that you are registered on the 10th and 6th of July 2026. Nominations will be taking place for those very positions on the 15th and to 19th of July 2026, and 28th July we'll be queuing behind the candidates we believe should lead us well on our villages or at the village level. And indeed, like I've mentioned, queuing behind the candidate is the model that we'll be using to vote. Now, I will tell you that I participated in the LC1 elections of 2018, and wow, just wow. Just wow. But one of the things, if you ask me, that could maybe in a way hinder this a bit of voter turnout, it's the fact that people don't want to be hated at the village. You don't want to go to the chairman for whom you did not stand behind, and they refuse to give you a stamp in the name of you did not stand behind them. There's a lot of interesting village politics. I've been around it, and it can really mean to get interesting and sometimes toxic at that. I wonder what those in the Electoral Commission can do to help the process so that it's left to be looked at objectively as opposed to being looked at subjectively. But away from the LC1 elections, the Kalangala by-elections are happening tomorrow. And this came after the sad passing away of the Honorable Woman Member of Parliament for Kalangala District. That was Honorable Helen Nachimuli, who passed away on April 19th, 2026, while she passed on undergoing what was described as a routine surgical procedure at Alexandra Medical Center in Kampala. Now, the race to replace the late Kalangala woman MP Helen Nachimuli officially began, with 3 candidates securing nomination amid colorful processions, sharp political messaging, and of course competing promises to win over the district's 42,452 voters ahead of tomorrow's by-elections. As of course campaigns get underway, the contest is shaping. It was shaped today. There's no more campaigning. But as of yesterday, it was shaping up as high-stakes battle between the ruling NRM and the opposition NUP, seeking to retain the seat through Nachimuli's sister, Irene Nampala, and an independent challenger determined to upset the rest. Now, one would have questions arising, such as, is it really something to consider all the time that when someone passes on and they've been serving in a place of great position, should they be replaced by someone in line with their relatives? Is this something that should really happen? I remember her aide also went to pick nomination forms at that from the NUP party, but I think of course the NUP party decided to go with her sister. And of course the elections, in case you haven't yet got the memo, they are taking place tomorrow, 24th June 2026. It's where the by-elections will be. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, as you can see on your screen, was in Kalangala yesterday, painted the whole place yellow, and that is to close off the campaigns for the NRM candidate. And of course the electoral preparations were completed in phases, where the Electoral Commission carried out updating of the voter register, display of the register for verification, candidate nominations, training of election officers, issuance of voter location slips, and of course polling and tally preparations. In a bit, we hope that we are able to speak with a spokesperson of the Electoral Commission to give us an update of what Kalangala feels like right now, what the mood is like. But the race has attracted several candidates, and of course the major players are NRM, NUP, and independent contenders. And again, the question therein rise: shall NUP maintain its position? Shall NRM take over? Does independent have a chance in any way? One wonders. And of course, reports describe the race as highly competitive because of the district's strategic political significance. But looking at Kalangala's geography, it's really strategic, and it makes elections unique. Kalangala is different from most districts because it's made up of Sese Islands on Lake Victoria. Most of the district is water and movement between islands, and it creates a unique campaign and election logistic challenge therein. One wonders, will these be some of the challenges to voter turnout? Indeed, we're looking forward to tomorrow to see what exactly the picture will be? What will the voter turnout be like? As we might remember, last week, the LC5 elections in Chikube took place, and really the turnout was very low, extremely low. Yes, the NRM candidate passed through and was announced winner of the election. It was a by-election, but the voter turnout was really, really low. Is it that it was a work day? Is it that it was a by-election anyway? And if we look at Kalangala in itself, the location, is it that, given that it's an island, as I've rightfully shared, the fact that it's an island, will getting the logistics there, will it be a challenge? They're already there anyways, but was it a challenge? Are there already mishaps that took place that might be felt in the final result of the whole election exercise? As UBC TV, we are definitely available to bring you every update of the election, the by-election that is taking place tomorrow for the Kalangala District Woman MP. Voter mobilization has definitely been intense, looking at all the armies from the red corner to the yellow corner. Independent, I don't think I've felt the magnitude of the independent camp. But at least we've seen the red camp, we've seen the yellow camp, we've seen both armies definitely bring on their fight, and tomorrow will determine, will NUP maintain its position, will NRM take over? Do share your thoughts though, do share your thoughts as to what you think about tomorrow's election, do share your thoughts as to what you envision. If you remember the by-election in Kawempe, must have been Kawempe North that we brought to you live. The coverage that we brought to you live, it was something, yes, it was something. It had a lot of drama in it that came with damage of, the media was badly hurt. And it had a lot of things that were not good news at the end of the day. Is it something that we should expect? How is security, how prepared is security for tomorrow's by-election? Because at the end of the day, one thing for sure is tomorrow's by-election is quite major, and it not only has everyone talking, but it also definitely has every stakeholder just at the edge of their toes, expectant of better outcomes as winners. But in case one is not announced as the winner, or in case one feels that the other party is so far leading in votes, will they maintain the peace? Will diplomacy take its course at the end of the day? What do you think will come out of tomorrow's election? 0709 0709602592. Send a WhatsApp message and share your thoughts here on the agenda. But of course, as journalists on our watch on polling day, we are expected to look at things like voter turnout, transport and accessibility at the same time. How journalists are getting to that very polling, to that very district rather, to monitor and study and capture every event as it takes place. It's also another story for many journalists, but one thing for sure is the news will be delivered, come hook or crook. And of course, the presence of election materials as some of the things we'll be looking at. What time are they arriving at the polling stations? Candidates, agents, you know, the tallying process, usually chaotic, but of course, one to look at and keenly. One would look at those who will be turning up to vote. Will they be the older generation? Will they be the younger generation? Will they be the youth? Seeing as Uganda is 75% filled with young people, shall we see young people actually come through to vote for their next woman MP of Kalangala district? And of course, post-election acceptance of the results. All of it is something that we shall be bringing to you as UBC TV. The goal is to inspire you, keeping you informed and allowing you to pick that nugget of inspiration from every story. Now up next, we do have the highlights from the World Cup that are going to be airing in just a bit. Allow me end it here and continue on with you tomorrow. My name is Julie F. Nantaba. Good morning, be blessed for God and my country.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
A new dawn on Behind the Headlines with me, Timothy Nyangweso. Every Wednesday, live in our studios in the heart of Kampala. We have conversations that have analysis, explanation, but not every truth is fact, and not every fact is truth. Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.
All on your public broadcaster. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
The World Football Spectacle is here! From the vibrant cities of Canada, the passion of Mexico, and the grand stages of the United States, the FIFA World Cup 2026 is set to ignite the planet! Every goal, every save, every moment of glory, live and unforgettable on UBC TV and all its radio stations.
From the streets of Rio to the night and day.
Follow Africa's finest, football's biggest stars, and the battle for the most converted trophy in world football. Where legends rise, dreams come alive, and history is made. UBC is the home of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Stay tuned to UBC TV and all UBC's radio stations, bringing the world to Uganda, one match at a time.
Away we go in Philadelphia. And the